After this game, the NFL is horrified of this. The Pittsburgh Steelers put up a performance against the New England Patriots in Week 3 in Foxborough. My name is Tamir Jean-Charles. This is Steelers Digest. I've got a game recap for everyone. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please get subscribed. Only 67% of you are subscribed. We've got good content coming out in the future. How you doing, Pittsburgh Steelers fans? I am back for Week 3 game recap. Today is Monday, just a little bit over 24 hours after Pittsburgh Steelers Week 3 game in Foxborough. Like I said in the previous video, usually going to Foxborough is just an absolute terrible experience with that man at quarterback. But now they're in a bit of rebuild. Drake May at quarterback. And we've got a lot to talk about today. Obviously, the final score is on your screen, 21-14. And just like I did with the last recap, I'm gonna start with the defense. Because I really want to let loose on the offense today. So I'm gonna start with the defense. In terms of answering the call, they answer the call. In terms of the run game, like I'll really nuance everything that happened and really get into everything so everyone can understand what really happened, regardless if you watch the game, saying things maybe you could have missed, or if you didn't watch the game, if you want to get the full picture. Here are the rushing stats, right? Drake May, 7 for 45. He did good scrambling and extending plays when he had to. And their 3 running backs were awful. Now, obviously, this isn't Patriots Digest. Not giving you potential ratings on Trayvon Henderson. I think he's going to be good in this league. But that game on Sunday, he was not good. 11 carries, 28 yards. Gibson, 7 carries for 28 yards. And Ramondre Stevenson, 4 carries for 18 yards. Ramondre Stevenson fumbled the ball twice. He also fumbled the ball at the 1. And Gibson fumbled the ball as well. Drake May fumbled the ball as well. The defense forced 4 forced fumbles on Sunday. And I want to provide a little bit of context because this is where I'm going to get on the offense. And I guess I'll jump around a little bit, but everyone's going to understand. I had the same exact reasoning. I was saying, we forced Brandon Echols got an interception in the red zone with 16 seconds to go in the half to take it into halftime. So 5 total turnovers that the offense did force. The defense did force on Sunday, and we could only score 21 points. And the last touchdown we did score was real late in the game, and it was a good drive to really, really seal things. Aaron Rodgers to Calvin Austin, nice little back shoulder throw. And Aaron Rodgers, it seems he really, really trusts Calvin Austin. I mean, he's throwing to him a lot. Obviously, he had a touchdown against the Jets. A lot of people didn't play well versus the Seahawks, and then he's back in the end zone against the Patriots. So that connection is going well. Obviously, the connection with DK has been brewing for a long time after we saw them practicing together at UCLA. But the Pittsburgh Steelers forced a lot of turnovers, and I'm more so mad at the offense because I was telling everyone the thing that I really wanted to see from Pittsburgh is Ramondre Stevenson, Trayvon Henderson, and I forgot about Antonio Gibbs. I was just hoping they didn't run all over us, which they didn't. I have another stat to show everyone because I wonder if people really, believe me or not. This is Trayvon Henderson's run chart. After Ramondre Stevenson's second fumble and he got benched, this is his run chart. You can all see it's to the left, away from TJ Watt. Like, I'm going to be very honest this year. The Pittsburgh Steelers have got to solve their issues, and they started doing it in this game. This isn't me just getting on the defense, but they've really got to solve these gap issues and the communications issues because stopping the run game is going to be so much easier. It's just going to be so much easier. Teams don't dare to run to Max Crosby, Aiden Hutchinson, TJ Watt, Myles Garrett. Like, I'm just naming premier edge rushers, Micah Parsons, even though he kind of struggles with stopping the run. But you get my drift. Once you come into a game, in a game of inches, once you come into a game and you already know where someone's going to run the play, Obviously, you may not know if it's pass or run, but when they do run, you know where it's going to go. You know how easier that is to stop? And big ups to the Steelers defense today. Really, really big ups to the Steelers defense today. One thing I'm bouncing around, but one thing I would like to mention is Derek Harmon wasn't placed on IR. Came back, was on a snap count. I think there were 72 snaps total. He played less than half of them. He had 2 run stops, 3 pressures, and he recorded his first ever NFL sack on something the Pittsburgh Steelers don't do at all, and that's run stunts. Yeah, as you guys know, Green Bay and that Jeff Hafley defense with Micah Parsons and Rashawn Gary and Van Ness and all those guys, they run a lot of stunts. It's just really good to see the Steelers not be traditional, starting to blitz more. Obviously, I'm not going to say Blitzburgh. We don't blitz it that much, but we're starting to pick it up. I think Tara Austin understands, I've got to modernize this thing while also, staying true to my roots, which he's doing really well. I can't get mad at him. Very good debut for our round 1 pick in the 2025 NFL draft. Derek Harmon. Very good debut from him. Something I would also like to say for the defense is these third downs have got to stop, right? I can't get too mad at 4th and 1, 4th and 2. They got into a few 4th down situations. They disrespected us. They went for it on 4th down. I think 4th and 1 at their 15, and they picked it up. They ran a pitch and they picked it up. I was kind of mad about that. But as a defense, you're forcing 3rd and 7s. That's called 3rd and long. That's good. That's literally what we want. Now the next step is getting off the field, which the Pittsburgh Steelers do not do good at. So, like I said, really good flashes. Nick Herbig was amazing. Jabril Peppers in his first game back against his former team with a fumble recovery. And he got the petty game ball. The petty game ball is what Mike Tomlin calls it when a Pittsburgh Steeler is playing against his former team. Russell Westbrook, Russell Wilson when he played for the Broncos, when he played against the Broncos when he was with us. Games like that, that's what a petty game ball is. And Jabril Peppers got the petty game ball this Sunday. So, in all, I'm really proud of the defense. Very, very proud of the defense. Not really happy with the offense. Like I said, I'm still not really happy about DK Metcalf's targets and what he's doing. He's scoring touchdowns, which it sounds good, but you have to understand Aaron Rodgers is one of the best back shoulder throwers of all time, working that fade a la Tony Romo, Dez Bryant. So he's going to get targets when we get down to that red area. It's just going to make us more efficient. I want to see us use him more. Like, he's a big guy, obviously. That goes without saying. So why not use him in these short intermediate games, these slants, digs, crossers where we set picks for him so we can just get him moving. Just get him moving. He's too static for me and for my liking. Calvin Austin really doing well in this offense. Roman Wilson still with 1 catch for 7 yards on the season. We've yet to see him play a bigger role. Caleb Johnson did suit up for the Patriots and played a whopping 0 snaps. Like I was telling Yenzers, it's going to be tough. He's going to have to earn the trust back in practice, things we can't see. And then when he does get his chance in the game, which he will get another chance, he's just going to have to take it. Rough start to his rookie year, and it's life. That's what happens. You can't hang your head. You've got people around you who believe in you, who trust in you, and you just got to keep going. I want to really shout out everybody. Cam Heyward played really well. I need to see more from Benton. It's too inconsistent from Keanu Benton, big number 95 in the middle. I would like to see more from him. Like I said, Herbig played well. Brandon Echols got picked on a little bit by Drake May, but he came away with a pick. Chuck Clark should have came away with a pick that he dropped that touched the floor. Barely heard a peep out of Ramsey, which if you're a corner, that's a pretty good thing. Stephon Diggs had, I think, three catches for 22 yards, 23 yards like that. Didn't really hear a peep out of him. Ramondre Stevenson was their second highest pass catcher with 3 catches. Hunter Henry killed us. For 2 touchdowns. We've got to get better covering tight ends. A.J. Barner went crazy against us last week for the Seahawks. Rookie Elijah Arroyo out of Miami had a good game, and the tight ends for the Jets kind of did well in that tight end room that they got going on in New York. But like I said, offensively, we're going to get better. Arthur Smith's going to get better. It's week 3, week 4, 9:30 Eastern. We've got a game against Carson Wentz and the Vikings in Ireland. And the Vikings just put up 50 against the Bengals. So it's not really something I wanted to see going into this game, but it is what it is. Obviously, the Bengals defense isn't our defense. So, take from that whatever you will. But Brian Flores' defense does scare me. I'm not admitting defeat, obviously. I'm just saying Brian Flores' defense does scare me. I feel like this is the perfect game for DK Metcalf. I mean, none of those corners are physically astute and can guard him or could even touch him and tackle him one-on-one. This has got to be a big game for him to get his first 100-yard game for us. But, I mean, all in all, it was a really, 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 really good game. Everybody played well, except for the offense. I still need to see more from the offense. I still need to see more from the offensive line. It's too inconsistent. Broderick Jones doing all right. Went from terrible week 1 to picking it up to week 2. Week 3 was all right. Anytime we get out of a week and I don't say number 77 and I don't say Broderick Jones, that's a good week. Troy Fautano needs to stop it with all those penalties. Mason McCormick here and there. Isaac Seumalo here and there. And Zach Frazier is obviously excellent. One of the best centers in the league. But yeah, it's early. Defensively, everything is trending up. You can't get mad at the defense. They stopped what we asked them to stop. Everything is trending up for the defense. I just need the offense to pick it up. 5 turnovers and 21 points. It's just not good enough, right? We played the Jets, the Seahawks, and the Patriots. Imagine when we have to play Lamar Jackson. Imagine when we got to play Caleb Williams. And that offense kind of looked like it's starting to gel with Ben Johnson at the helm against the Cowboys. They blew them out. Imagine when we got to play Jared Goff. We have the Lions this year. So, once we start playing these teams that will put points on the board, even though our defense is good, they most likely will put points on the board. We can't then in turn be taking field goals or just not get into field goal range. Boswell didn't attempt any field goals, and yes, that could be a blessing in disguise if you want to call it that. But like I said, we only scored 3 touchdowns on 5 turnovers. So one of the turnovers was downed in the end zone. It was a pick in the end zone. So essentially 4 turnovers. But you know what I mean? Let's get more efficient when we get the ball back. That's the whole point of turning the ball over, so you can get better field position. But yeah, that's all I got for you today, Yinzers. Better from the defense. Much better from the defense. Offense needs to pick it up. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the game. Did I miss anything? Any performers that you liked? Any performers that you didn't like? And how do you feel about our first game overseas? Like I said, in Ireland against the Vikings. Can we go 3-1 in that? All right, Yinzers. I'll see you.